probably a little bit of that, going back to that fact and fiction. I have heard people talk about the fact that, using Uber Eats can impact your credit rating, and having sort of spending habits that are, online shopping, pay now, buy now, pay later type arrangement. Do those things actually impact your ability to borrow? Like, do all banks kind of consider them? And
yeah, they will consider them, and probably more importantly, the buy now, pay later scenarios. And if they see a constant flow of that, just some commentary and understanding why that's the case. A lot of people don't know that is having an impact on their credit reporting and their assessment of potentially a lending product or a home loan product. So it's really having that conversation, us then communicating that with that particular lender to explain why that's the case. So to identify it and explain why that's the case.
Because that buy now, pay later feels like a real trap for people. We've had conversations with clients where they've used it to secure, furniture or clothing or something else, and they've paid on time, and yet it still has had an impact on their credit rating.
Yeah, so they'll look at especially the some of those Harvey Norman type products or store cards where there's a credit limit.
Yeah.
So they need to assess that credit limit, even though it's been paid down to zero and you've got a credit limit that's approved for $5,000. So they need to factor in that should you one day decide to go and buy a new TV and you take $3,000 out of that $5,000 limit, then you need to consider what the repayment would be on that $3,000 to ensure you can still make your mortgage payment plus pay that $3,000 commitment.
Right. Okay. So for anybody that's sort of sitting out there and thinking, I can't wait to save up the money to buy that, think about what it is that you're achieving in 2024 and whether purchasing a home or a property investment's part of it, and maybe reconsider how you do it.
And we're always open to having that discussion with the customer and how that may impact on their ability. And we get it all the time. An existing customer might go, look, we'd love to upgrade the car, but we're motivated to buy a new property this year. So it's having that discussion with the client around what's their priority. Is it a car or is it buying a new property? So
exactly. Well, you can sleep in a car, but it's not as comfortable as being in a home.
Correct.